Nothing can prepare you for the silence in space. It's a void that swallows sound, a vastness that defies comprehension. This is the setting of our story, the backdrop for Alfonso Cuarón's film, Gravity. We begin in the midst of this cosmic silence where Dr. Ryan Stone and Matt Kowalski are conducting what appears to be a routine mission. The humdrum of the everyday, the mundane tasks we all know, are starkly contrasted against the infinite vista of stars, galaxies, and nebulae. Yet it's this very normalcy, this calm, that makes what's about to happen all the more shocking. It's the calm before the storm, the final breath of tranquility before chaos ensues. Their world, like ours, is about to be disrupted, shattered into 1,000 fragments. They drift in the serene silence, unaware of the approaching tempest. Then, as if from nowhere, disaster strikes. Imagine the unimaginable, a cloud of debris hurtling towards you at terrifying speeds. Now let's dive into the heart-stopping event that sets the ball rolling in gravity. Picture yourself in space, surrounded by the infinite void, when suddenly catastrophe strikes. The tranquility of the cosmos is shattered by an unexpected enemy, a cloud of debris traveling at breakneck speed, a silent, deadly bullet racing through space. This isn't just any debris. We're talking about remnants of a Russian satellite disintegrated by its own country in a missile strike. The fragments, accelerated by the explosion, have become an unstoppable force, a space hurricane, if you will, causing a chain reaction of destruction. The shuttle, our character's only link to Earth, stands no chance against such destructive power. In these initial moments of chaos, our protagonists, Dr. Ryan Stone and Matt Kowalski, are caught off guard. The shuttle is obliterated, leaving them spinning uncontrollably into the abyss. The silence of space is replaced by the deafening noise of their own panic. The serene ballet of their earlier spacewalk turns into a dizzying dance of death. They are thrown around like rag dolls, lost in the disorienting expanse of the cosmos. Communication with mission control is cut off abruptly, leaving them utterly alone in the vast emptiness. The feeling of isolation is overwhelming. The panic, the terror, the sheer helplessness. It's a sensory overload. Their training kicks in, but there's only so much one can do when faced with such a calamity. Their immediate survival hinges on the most basic of human instincts, the will to live. The catastrophe has not only destroyed their shuttle, but also their sense of security. In the blink of an eye, they've gone from explorers to castaways, their mission of discovery replaced by a desperate struggle for survival. Marooned in the void, survival becomes the only mission. Their world, or rather their universe, has been turned upside down. Their home, Earth, is now just a beautiful, distant spectacle, while they are left to drift in the terrifying silence of space. In space, every breath counts. As we delve into the heart of the movie Gravity, we encounter the relentless struggle for survival faced by our protagonist, Dr. Stone. Alone and adrift in the vast expanse of the cosmos, she grapples with challenges that push her to the brink. Imagine this. You're suspended in the void. The silence around you is deafening, and the only sound you can hear is your own breathing, each gasp growing more desperate as your oxygen supply steadily dwindles. This is the chilling reality for Dr. Stone. The depleting oxygen isn't just a countdown to her potential demise, it's a ticking clock echoing in her ears, a constant reminder of her mortality in this hostile environment. Yet the threat of suffocation is just one of the many perils she faces. Space is unforgiving. It's a place where the rules we're accustomed to on Earth no longer apply. The lack of gravity, the extreme temperatures, the punishing radiation, all these factors conspire to make her survival seem like an improbable dream. And then, there's the isolation. Cut off from the world she knows, Dr. Stone is forced to confront her deepest fears and insecurities. The vacuum of space is a mirror, reflecting back at her the stark reality of her solitude. It's a test of her mental fortitude, a battle against the creeping dread of loneliness and despair. But here's where Gravity truly shines as a cinematic masterpiece. It doesn't just depict a physical struggle for survival, it's an exploration of the human spirit. It's about resilience in the face of adversity, about finding the will to fight when all hope seems lost. Throughout her ordeal, Dr. Stone's determination never wavers. She clings to life with an unwavering resolve, refusing to go gently into the dark night. Her struggle is a testament to our innate survival instinct, to our capacity to endure, to adapt, to overcome. But even in the face of despair, the human spirit fights on. The journey back home is fraught with peril. Now, we find ourselves in the company of Dr. Stone, a woman of science, a woman of courage, and above all, a woman of resilience. The vastness of the cosmos around her does nothing to quell the fire burning in her heart. She's determined to return home, to feel the earth beneath her feet, to breathe in the air that once seemed so commonplace. With the remnants of the International Space Station disintegrating around her, Stone hatches a daring plan. A Soyuz module, a Russian spacecraft designed for space travel, becomes her lifeline, her only ticket back to Earth. Our heroine isn't a seasoned astronaut, she's a medical engineer, thrust into a world of astrophysics and aeronautics. But she's a quick study. The Soyuz module is her chariot and she's ready to steer it through the stars. The tension is palpable. Every second counts. Every action, every decision could mean the difference between life and death. The descent isn't an easy one. It's a plunge, a free fall through layers of atmosphere and uncertainty. Stone's heart pounds in her chest as she initiates the descent. The module shudders, rattles, screams against the pressure. The heat builds, threatening to consume her, but she pushes on, guiding the Soyuz through the chaos, her fingers dancing over the controls with a desperate precision. The suspense is a living, breathing entity. It wraps itself around every word, every breath, every heartbeat. Will she make it? Will she survive the descent? There's a moment of pure, unadulterated fear. A moment where everything could go wrong. But then, through the blistering heat and the deafening noise, something emerges. A glimmer, a flicker, a beacon. Hope. It's there in the way the Soyuz module continues to barrel through the atmosphere. It's there in the way Stone's hands remain steady on the controls. It's there in the way her eyes, wide and determined, never leave the view of the rapidly approaching Earth. As the module plunges into the Earth's atmosphere, a beacon of hope emerges. From the brink of oblivion, a rebirth. The grand finale of Gravity is nothing short of a phoenix rising from its ashes. Our protagonist, Dr. Ryan Stone, after surviving a catastrophe in the vastness of space, makes her triumphant return to Earth. This scene is not merely a physical journey back home, but also a spiritual journey of self-discovery and resilience. Imagine being in the midst of the infinite cosmos, surrounded by nothing but the deafening silence and the cold, harsh void. An environment where life as we know it ceases to exist. It's in this desolate expanse that Dr. Stone finds herself, fighting against all odds. Her return to Earth is an awe-inspiring spectacle, symbolizing the triumph of the human spirit. As her capsule crashes into a serene lake, her struggle doesn't end. She must extricate herself from the sinking capsule, swim to the surface, and drag herself onto the shore. This struggle is emblematic of the hardships we face in our lives, the trials we must overcome to survive, and the resilience we must show in the face of adversity. Emerging from the water, Dr. Stone's first gasps of air are a testament to her survival. She is reborn not just physically, but also spiritually. Her journey through the cosmos has changed her, made her stronger, more resilient. Her triumphant victory is not just against the perils of space, but also against her own fears and insecurities. The symbolism is profound. Like a primordial creature emerging from the water onto land, Dr. Stone's emergence signifies evolution. The evolution of her character, from a person burdened by her past to a survivor who has conquered her demons. In the end, Gravity is not just a sci-fi thriller, it's a celebration of human will, a testament to our ability to rise from the ashes, to survive against all odds, and to find our strength in the face of adversity. It's a reminder that even in the face of the infinite, we can find our true strength.